I'm Dr. April Givens, and this is
And I'm Dr. Tamika Manning, and this is the Chamber Talk Show.
okay. And so today we're just doing an impromptu live with you guys to recap our street talk. So we took it to the streets and talked to some people about mental health and some things that they do to help with their mental health.
Yeah, just like Dr. April said, this has been a season of a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. People out of work, people dealing with family members who are sick, people who have dealt with family members who have gone on due to COVID-19. So when we set out to talk to people, we kind of wanted to see some of the things that people were doing in the midst of this season, just to kind of relax and to woosah. And so a lot of the comments were quite interesting, I thought. What about you, Dr. April?
I think they were good. I think we had a lot of consensus, and we'll talk about it after you guys get a chance to watch. But I think a lot of people came up with some of the same answers toward the end with some of the questions, which was really good and insightful. All right, here we go.
When you're having a bad day, if you're going through something, anxiety or depression, what do you do for therapy?
One of the main things I do is I burn like incense and sage. I have like a dragon's blood sage. I have like a relaxing like calming sage I burn, and then I have also a lot of different stones like opal, yeah, like opalite, citrine, pyrite, like just a few different, like like the money and wealth and prosperity and stuff like that.
All right, so that's your outlet.
That's what I do.
Okay.
Mainly.
So if you could change anything about
I would probably change like how the infrastructure of the black community is. Like I feel like it's not enough support and not enough togetherness. You know what I mean? So and of course why, for obvious reasons, because like a lot of different adversity that we go through, that is not enough support for us, and we don't support each other, and we go against each other in a lot of ways. So it's like, I feel like it's time to change that, or soon it should be changed. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure.
All right, thank you.
All right, God bless you.
All right, thank you. We're a mental health talk show, so we're into doing healthy things like getting out, jogging, walking, running, things like that. So let me ask you this. What do you do for therapy when you're having a moment?
Exercising typically, or just like take a nap, reset. Typically exercise, go on a walk my dog, something like that. Just chill.
Okay. All right. So for the people in your circle, what do you say to them when they're having a bad day? Mental health wise.
Just take a breather, reset, go outside, because I know we're all trapped inside most of the time nowadays. So just taking a little breath of fresh air, opening a window even, just helps a great deal.
Okay. If you could change anything about Texas or about the world, what would it be and why?
That's a hard one. Maybe forcing kindness into people's minds and allowing them to act out through kindness rather than like negative emotions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Of course. Have a good day.
You too. Okay. We'll put that on our website as well.
Okay.
So just think about when you have broken hearts, and we all have broken hearts. It could be, work, family, friends. What are some things you can turn to do therapeutically to get through the day?
I listen to calm music, maybe have a quiet therapy moment. That's about it.
Okay, that's okay. That's good. That's good. Music is great. Music is therapy. So we can listen to music. So let me ask you this thing. So we're coming out of, look, the years that we're coming out of the COVID. We have a lot of stuff going on in the world. What would you say that you would change holistically about the world if you could? Anything that you could change and why?
There's a lot to be changed. I really don't know.
Well, just one thing. One thing that
will be
The
good for
biggest
you?
thing that sticks out to you.
Even in your personal world, doesn't have to be in the whole world.
I guess I would say the continuism of racism, I guess.
Okay. What would you do about it? Is there something that you would do if you could take a step to help change that?
I would just have a voice like everybody else. Just try to speak about it.
Okay.
All right, that's good. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you do for therapy when you're having a hard time or a bad day?
I'm very, very, very spiritual, so I just pray and leave it up to God because it's not going to do us any good to worry about whatever the situation is because He tells us to cast our cares upon Him and to take His burden and His yoke because it's easy and it's light. So if that's what He says, I'm going to do it because I can't control that situation. So all I can do is pray about it and let God do the rest.
Absolutely. So then physically, what do you do? And I know prayer and being spiritual, that's awesome. And then sometimes people take on other activities to help them through a tough time, or there are some things that you do.
I probably have to say the gym. That's why I'm dressed like this. Because after I spiritually get it together, I'm gonna go work it out. Because I gotta get my summer body. But probably the gym. Probably just try. And I came actually a long way in my spiritual journey, but I came a long way weight wise. I lost 35 pounds. So,
Congratulations. That's amazing.
just continuing to go to the gym every day or 3 times a week. So that helps a lot because whatever is bothering you, also you can just punch it out, run it out.
Absolutely.
Elliptical. So
That would be that would be me. And then finally, with so many issues and things going on around us in the world, if there was one thing that you could change, what would it be and why?
Love. More love. And the minute that we all start to understand that we're family, we're all family. This is one human race. The minute that we start to realize that we are all brothers and sisters and we come together and stop fighting and stop stealing from one another and just replace that with love, we're gonna have a better world. So more love.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're fine.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let me ask you, what are some of the things or activities that you like to do when you're having a bad day or a hard day?
I like watching TV shows and movies, just kind of relax and disconnect from the day a little bit.
Okay. So when you get away from the world and you just kind of go into your mode, like what advice would you give to other people that are experiencing hard time or mental health issues?
I think talking about it is a big deal. I luckily have people in my life that I can talk to about hard stuff. But I think, just being honest with yourself and the people care about you to just kind of process through it and get help if you need it.
Okay. So the world has gone through so much. We've been experiencing a lot of things, including COVID. If there's one thing that you could actually change about the world, what would it be and why?
Ooh, I would take away COVID. And I would change the division that we've kind of experienced, especially in American culture right now. Just like if you disagree with me, you hate me, and vice versa. That mentality, I would take that away because it's like we're all different. We have different belief systems, different viewpoints on life, and so just take away the divisiveness. I think is a big thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your first
Thank you so
name?
much.
Michael.
Michael. Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, thank y'all.
All right.
Have a good one.
No, you're not. What's your first name?
Desiree.
Desiree. So Desiree. Okay. So mental health wise, what are some things or some therapeutic activities that you do to kind of take yourself away from the world?
Puzzles, coloring, word search,
That's good.
all kinds of things. Yeah.
Okay. So when you are having a bad day and you're doing your word search, what is happening with you mentally when you take yourself out of it and go through those things that you like?
I think it comes to a point where you're doing it so often and so much that you're going to start to control your breathing. You're just in tune with your activity, and it kind of becomes you just distract everything else that's going on.
Okay. So the world has experienced so much within the last year or two. If there was anything that you could change, what would it be and why?
Probably going back to the beginning of quarantine when we all kind of got back to the things that we enjoyed. I wish that was more of a trend going on or something like that. But that's something that I would like to see happen. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And we're back.
So, Dr. April, what did you take away from talking to those people on the street?
Man, I thought it was amazing. I think my takeaway was that everybody had some really good mental health things that they did. So, coping skills, things that they did, from exercising to working in puzzles to burning sage to, just everything, taking a walk. Everybody really, I was surprised, that everybody really has developed a level of coping skills that they're using during this time.
And I absolutely love that. In fact, I kind of talked to people at work and I asked them, especially remember when we were just right in the midst of COVID, in the beginning of COVID, and we all had to find some type of activity to keep us busy. I was running and biking outdoors and walking and lunging and just doing a lot of things to keep me together mentally. And so I have found that even a lot of people in my workplace as an educator started doing the same thing. In fact, since I bike, a lot of people that went to buy bikes or purchase bikes were not able to purchase them because they were like it was a 6-month back order.
Oh,
so
wow.
I thought it was very interesting, especially the part when we talked to the gentleman and he talked about the first gentleman and he talked about burning sage. I've been hearing a lot about that and the energy and just clearing your space and clearing your head. So I thought this was absolutely amazing. Although COVID has wreaked havoc on us, we are walking away with a lot of actually therapeutic activities that we can carry into the next phase of our lives post-COVID. So I thought it was very interesting. And also one other point that I'll make is a lot of people talked about division and divisiveness and racism and a hope for that to change and that our lives will change for the better. Especially after we went into COVID and then we dealt with George Floyd and some other incidents of police brutality. So I thought it was interesting and I thought it was amazing. And I love street talk. So I think as we move forward and we present different ideas and different questions to people to see what people are doing, and we'll have a pulse on the community.
Absolutely. Amazing. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to bring you more street talk and a couple other different things we have in store. So make sure you follow us on IG. Also follow us on our YouTube channel, YouTube channel, The Chamber Talk Show, as well as Facebook, The Chamber Talk Show. Until next time, thank you. Signing off, Dr. April and Dr. Tamika.
Have a good night.